The inaugural semi-professional cricket league saw over $83,000 in prizes distributed to participating teams and athletes. The semi-professional league ran from April 11th to May 17th, 2025 across 4 locations on Ireland. It culminated at the Gros Islet Mini Stadium over the weekend. Youth Development and Sports Minister Kenson Casimir says the teams will decide how to disperse the cash prizes.
I'm elated that we just culminated the first ever semi-professional cricket league in St. Lucia yesterday at the Gros Islet Mini Stadium. Just a point of clarity, we have had compensation, albeit very small, in cricket in St. Lucia before, but nothing like what was in Inaugural yesterday. The government of St. Lucia gave, in terms of prizes, over $83,000 in terms of prizes. Of course, the first place team would have won $25,000 yesterday, the second place $15,000, and of course a little bit for each team based on their accomplishments. The individual players, of course, the teams will decide what they do with the actual grand prize, whether or not they invest it in the grassroots program or whether or not they decide, they have total autonomy to decide whether or not they spread it amongst the cricketers and administrators as well.
Casimir boasts the first time in cricket history players would be compensated for competing in the sport for over a month, with some athletes earning well over $5,000. He said this augurs well for some 300 households.
The players would have received $500 per game, and if you do a calculation over that time period, they would have, some players would have made in excess of $6,000 for that tournament. Never before in St. Lucia's history can I announce to anybody that if you play cricket in St. Lucia over a month period, that you can make $5,000, $6,000, and this is a welcome investment in the individual homes. We have so many households, about 300 households impacted by this investment, and this is another feather in the cap of the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, and of course the government of St. Lucia, the Minister of Finance, who's worked tirelessly to see a youth economy in sport in St. Lucia.
Gros Islet Knights emerged victorious against South Castries Lions in the finale.
I want to send out some obituaries to the member for Castries South. They did well over the tournament. They defeated Gros Islet earlier in the tournament, but as I said to everybody, Gros Islet did come back and win in convincing fashion. The likes of Kimani Melius, Jad Goodman on display, Noah Leo, and some of the guys did very, very well for Gros Islet, and a lot of standout players. In terms of the atmosphere at Gros Islet, everybody enjoyed the festivities yesterday. We had some performances from some of our local stars, including Bronx and Mata, Monkster. Very good environment at the Gros Islet playing field.
The semi-professional cricket league seeks to develop the sport and to create a platform for young players aspiring to become career cricketers. Joachim Du Plessis, HTS News Force.